Assalamu alaikum friends, welcome to another reward story of a girl that how she reward Islam. Watch this video and after that we will talk about the video.
I tried to do a video a while back, but I felt that because there was no structure to it, it just didn't truly reflect the way it happened. So what I did is I got a bunch of my non-Muslim friends to ask me some questions or to give me some questions. And I'm going to tell you about how I reverted in a questionnaire type form. So I hope you enjoy. I have been Muslim for 13 years now. Before I was Muslim, I didn't follow any other religion. I wouldn't say it was because I wasn't a believer. I would say it's just because I didn't believe in religion itself. But if you would have asked me if I believe in God, I would probably have said like something along the lines of sort of, like a higher entity or something like that. But yeah, I didn't follow another religion, no. Before I was Muslim, I wouldn't say that I knew very much about it, so I didn't have much thought on it. I would probably say maybe a few stereotypical views, women being oppressed and things like that. But apart from that, not much, to be honest. Okay, so there's two main reasons. First of all, I had some non-practicing friends and some family visited them from London, and they were the most amazing people I had ever met. They were just really funny, really cool, had a good outlook on life. One day we asked them to come out to a place where alcohol and music would have been a main theme, and they refused. We didn't understand why. My non-Muslim friends didn't understand why they didn't want to come out. And they said they refused on the basis that they were practicing Muslims. So that opened up a line or gave us the opportunity to ask some questions, which we did. And we were very, very intrigued. Their answers made sense, were logical, and they backed everything up with verses in the Quran, which was amazing. The second thing was those same people gave me and a friend video cassettes of a lecture from a sheikh called, I always forget his name, it's either Khalid Yassin or Yassin Khalid, who's a lecturer from America. So he had a video called The Purpose of Life. It was quite long, it came in 2 parts, but it was absolutely amazing. And me and my friend just couldn't pretend that we didn't hear what we heard. A lot of life questions were answered, made sense, and again were backed up with evidence in the Quran. We just couldn't pretend we didn't read what we read, and therefore we later reverted to Islam. The hardest thing about changing, there was a lot of things that were hard to change. I think probably the first one and the main one was my frame of mind and my way of thinking, my reflexes and things. I think those were the hardest thing to change. But the hardest thing to take when I changed was that being in a city where there wasn't much multicultural at the time, I was made to feel very quickly that I didn't belong there. So I didn't belong in my country, I didn't belong in that city, that I was automatically different and not Scottish anymore, which really bothered me because I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm pretty patriotic. Like I love my country and I'm very proud to be where I'm from. But I think that was one of the hardest things to take, because when you're raised in Glasgow, you are raised really happy and believe that this is the best place in the world, and like, yeah, so I think that was hard to take. My family were really cool about me changing. They at first thought it was a phase and didn't really bother. They did when I told them I was having my last Christmas and things like that. They were a bit, they were a little bit offended because they didn't see the big deal, but once we made them understand and we put other things in place so they didn't feel like they lost out, then it became fine and okay. And now my mum is Muslim now. She also reverted to Islam, so it's not really much of a big deal, to be honest. My family are really cool. I think the biggest change was just my obviously the way I dress and my outlook in life, but life goals obviously changed dramatically. I'm now a teacher working in London, with many future goals that you will find out about later. But I believe all of them stemmed from me reverting. I don't think I'd be doing this sort of thing if it wasn't for that. So that's really amazing, because I feel like I've really found my calling. Sorry, my son's sitting right behind the camera. Stop.
Oh,
Yes, Mossy. Okay. Am I happy? Yes and no. Like, of course I'm happy. I'm really happy with the changes that I've made. Me being who I am, I've never regretted. But I feel like I'm only halfway through my journey. I feel like I still have a long way to go. People probably think because I've been Muslim for a long time and because I cover my face that, you know, I'm perfection. But I'm far from it. So I think I will be a lot happier when I've achieved not only professional goals but personal goals to do with my religion and how I practice my religion and my strength, my iman and things like that. So yeah, but no regrets. In a few words, what Islam has done for my life, it's done more than I ever could imagine, and there's no way that I'm able to express the gratitude that I have for that, so I'm not going to try to, but yeah. Okay, before I answer this question, I just want to say that I've met the most amazing practicing Muslims, born Muslims, who have been really supportive in my journey. But I've also came across the polar opposite, that feeling of not being a real Muslim, born Muslims, purely because I'm not from where they're from, or because I'm a revert. They either see my reversion is fake or is not good enough. So that really bothers me, because my reversion is no one's business. But I've been walked into a mosque and not been spoken to, walked into a mosque and not been prayed beside. Even at a charity event that I volunteered in, I was doing hennaing. I'm not great at it, but I wasn't spoken to, and it's just ridiculous how you can be treated by some born Muslims, and I'm not the only one who has felt like that. I have many revert friends who have also been made to feel like that. That really bothers me, because we should all be supporting each other, born Muslim or not, and we shouldn't be judging each other either. We're all here to help and support and progress together, not the opposite. So my advice to born Muslims would be, don't judge a book by its cover, and don't judge their length of time and things like that being Muslim. Don't assume that you know more than them because they weren't born Muslim. And just, if you're able to, support in the best way that you can. Just, again, very much the same thing. We're all people, we're all here to progress together, so don't judge me based on how I look or my choice of beliefs. Judge me purely on how I treat you. Very average person who likes to be happy. In terms of Islam, the Quran is not just a book for the Muslims, it's a book for everyone. It was created for mankind, so if you don't be scared to read it. Don't be shy to go to someone and ask them about it. A question is better than an assumption. So thank you for
Welcome back, friends. I hope you enjoy the video till the last minute. Yes, that's it. Whenever we have listened a lot of stories about the jinns, about the, we can say, Mullah Nasiruddin, and about the ancestors, but whenever we have listened such kind of story which we can say are real stories, so it's give a kind of goosebump to us. For example, if we have talked about the Islam, so if we get Islam in the abdomen of our mother, when we born we become a Muslim. Why? Because our parent were Muslim. But clap for those and raise hand for those who revert his religion. This is very difficult situation for everyone. Like I am talking to you that what is your current religion, and now someone told you that this religion is not good, you have to move forward and you have to search the religion which is the last religion, which is the only acceptable religion. So what will you think? This is a very easy situation, or this is very easier decision you can take? No, it's not easy. It's a very hard decision. But what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, innaka la tahdi man ahbabta walakinna Allah yahdi man yasha, that you people, you are not able to give hidayah to anyone. It's not in your hand, but it's the wish of Almighty Allah. To him he give hidayah, to him he did not give hidayah. So hidayah, it's in only the hand of Almighty Allah. No anything else, no people will be able to give hidayah to the people. So the uncle of Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the uncle Abu Talib, he was the most favorite personality of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam because he take care a lot of the Prophet. Even when the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was small, when his mother was gone, his father was gone, so at the same time he was very a very kind person, and Abu Talib was take care a lot of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So when Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, so many times he talked to his uncle that accept the Islam, oh my uncle, accept the Islam, and sometimes he prayed to Almighty Allah. So this word of the Holy Quran was revealed that innaka la tahdi man ahbabta walakinna Allah yahdi man yasha. O Prophet, you are not giving hidayah to those who you like, but hidayah is in the power of Almighty Allah. To whom he give hidayah, to whom he does not give hidayah. So that's why this girl, that how she reward his religion, and he asked the question, the people asked the question that, did you know about Islam before reverting? So she said, no, I have no knowledge. So yes, this is that whenever you are taking decision, you must have a little bit knowledge. Whenever you listen about the theories, whenever you make about the laws, and when you listen about this, when you research it, and when you have proper knowledge, then you take a decision. So subhanallah, we have seen a lot of stories, and we have listened a lot of story which we can say a real stories about life and a real story about Islam. So the only acceptable religion is in the front of Allah is Islam. If you are a Catholic, if you are agnostic, if you are from any other religion, if you are not accepting Islam, then believe me, your end will be so, we can say, your end will be so horror. It will be so horror. So before returning to Almighty Allah, just return to Islam as well. It's my request to you that Islam is the last religion, and the holy book, the holy Quran, is the last religion. Just take the example of this girl, that how she accept the Islam. I hope you enjoy the video. If you like the video, subscribe the channel and share it with your friends.